The 10th of April, 1912, the RMS Titanic, a marvel of engineering and opulence, embarks on its maiden voyage from Southampton to New York City. Among the passengers are the wealthy elite, seeking luxury and prestige, as well as immigrants seeking a new life in America. But beneath the surface of grandeur lies a chilling reality. The Titanic is not invincible. The ship sails through calm waters, the crew confident in its strength. The 14th of April, 1912, a calm night turns ominous as the Titanic receives warnings of ice ahead. At 11:40 p.m., the Titanic collides with an iceberg, tearing a gash along its side. Lifeboats are lowered, but there are not enough for everyone on board. Passengers and crew members face the agonizing decision of who gets a seat on a lifeboat and who is left behind as the Titanic begins to sink. Acts of heroism and selflessness emerge amidst the panic. Cut to scenes of passengers helping one another, sacrificing their safety for the sake of others. But tragically, over 1,500 lives are lost in the icy waters of the North Atlantic. The Titanic's lights flicker and fade as it slips beneath the waves, leaving only the sounds of distress and despair. The 15th of April 1912, the world mourns the loss of the unsinkable Titanic, a poignant reminder of humanity's hubris and vulnerability. As the sun rises on the horizon, rescue ships arrive to search for survivors and recover the victims. The Titanic's legacy endures as a cautionary tale, reminding us of the fragility of life and the consequences of unchecked ambition. One of the survivor, named Elizabeth Thompson, testimony: "I was one of the fortunate ones who made it off the Titanic alive. I was traveling with my husband, James, on our way to start a new life in America. We were in our cabin when we felt the impact of the iceberg. At first, we didn't think much of it, but soon the seriousness of the situation became apparent. There was chaos everywhere, people rushing, screaming, and trying to find a way to safety. James and I made our way to the upper decks, hoping to find a lifeboat. But when we arrived, the scene was heartbreaking. The lifeboats were filling up fast, and there was simply not enough for everyone. I remember the moment when James urged me to get on a lifeboat, telling me to save myself and our unborn child. It was the hardest decision of my life, leaving him behind, but I knew I had to do it for our baby." As the lifeboat descended into the water, I watched in horror as the Titanic slowly sank into the icy depths. The sound of people crying out for help still haunts me to this day. I was one of the lucky ones rescued by the Carpathia, but the guilt of surviving while so many others perished weighs heavily on my heart. I will never forget the bravery of those who helped others in their final moments and the tragedy of that fateful night.